Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to go over my top 10 notable items from NAMM 2020. There was a handful of things that I thought were interesting, so I thought it would be cool to kind of talk about those things and give you my thoughts on them and tell you that I'm excited about them or not. Well, I'm excited about all of them, so it's gonna be all stuff I'm excited about. So let's go for it. Let's get into this. So my first noteworthy thing to talk about is Chase Bliss Audio. Chase Bliss Audio, I'm a huge fan of their pedals already, and I have a handful of them, as you guys know, because of the read the manual videos, but they're still coming out with more things, more crazy things. So the first thing to note is the blooper. The blooper is on pre-order right now. It is going to be shipping in, I want to say March or May. Let me look real fast. March. Blooper will be shipping in March of 2020, March of this year. So you can pre-order it right now. I'll leave a link in the description in case you are interested in doing that. Second, from Chase Bliss Audio is the Preamp Mark II. This is a collaboration with Benson Amps and Chase Bliss Audio, and it's really insane. It's the first automaton, if I'm saying that correctly. You have faders, and it should be up here somewhere. But the faders move automatically with each preset, which is really cool because you can, I don't know, it's cool looking, but practically speaking, it's pretty cool because you could actually switch to a preset and then adjust it from where it's at. Whereas like if you think of the normal Chase Bliss pedals, yeah, you can save a preset, but your knob or your dip switch isn't going to be exactly how you saved it, so you can't tweak it live without potentially like totally messing it up. If you had your mix all the way at noon and then your live mode, you had it set down like fully clockwise, for instance, 100%, then when you adjust it, it's going to adjust to wherever it is now, and maybe you don't remember you had it at noon, and so that's kind of cool. But I didn't even know that the preamp is actually a lot of stuff all in one. It's a fuzz pedal. It's the Condor mids capabilities, the Benson preamp, that's why it's a collab with Benson, and the faves because of all the presets that you can save, which is nuts. It makes sense why it's so expensive and why it comes in at a $750 mark, because it can do a lot. It's the first pedal of its kind to be moving the faders to your preset, and it's also like 4 pedals all crammed into one, which is nuts. That is available for pre-order right now. I'll leave a link for that as well in the description, and that's going to be available, I think, May. Yes, May of this year, May 2020. That will become available. It's crazy. Super cool pedal. Very excited. Lastly, coming from Chase Bliss, they did a collaboration with Maris, and they're making the CXM 1978. Ooh, I'm more excited about this pedal because it sounds gorgeous. I'll leave a couple links in the description for some various videos and stuff. But this is based on the Lexicon 224 reverb that was made in 1978, hence why it's called 1978. And this was like a hugely popular reverb. It was like one of the most popular classic reverbs. They just said like summer of 2020 on this one. We'll see when it actually comes out, but it's the second automaton that Chase Bliss is making, and I'm very excited about this. Very excited about this one. Next up, we have Empress Effects. Empress Effects is pretty cool. I don't currently have one of their pedals, but I would love one. So Specifically, I really want to try out the Zoya. The Zoya looks insane, and I really want to try it. I really want to try it. It's so cool looking, and it can do so much. Speaking of the Zoya, Empress Effects announced that they're doing the Zoya Euro Bureau. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a more modular version of Zoya. So you see an image of that up here somewhere. And so it includes all sorts of stuff. CV in and out. You can get a case for it to power it, or you can just put it into your modular Euro rack case, which is really cool. And then it has your ins and outs also with a CV and a headphone out and MIDI out. Jeez, the Zoya is really nuts. It can do so much, and I would love to do a read the manual episode of Zoya, and I would love to just play with one. It's so cool, so cool. The second thing that I am interested in from Empress Effects is the Compressor Mark II. So they took their compressor and they shrunk it down to a much smaller size. I'll give you a picture. It's from a video by the channel Fire Ghosting. He does an awesome quick little promo for it, and his videos or her, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but their videos are incredible. They are so artistic, they're so beautiful, and they've got to take so long to make. So props to you. If you have not seen their channel, go check it out. Link in the description, or just search Fire Ghosting, all one word. But anyways, the Empress Effects Compressor Mark II, they shrunk it down, they put the jacks on top, they have a live input meter of LEDs, and it's live, so it moves based on your signal. And the thing that's crazy to me about this is it's 6 knobs to control your compressor: input, output, attack, release, mix, and tone. What? Then you can adjust your ratio, and then if that's not enough, they put a side chain on it. What? So you can use this as a side chain. I'm completely blown away. I've been happy and okay and fine with my Hypergravity Mini compressor, but this makes me want to get a new compressor because that's just insane, and it can do so much, and it sounds great. So I'm excited about that coming from Empress Effects. Don't know when it's coming. There's just a little promo video on Fire Ghosting's channel, and then they talked about it at NAMM, and that's all I know at this point. Next up, Tesco. I don't know how to say it. I've really wanted to try their pedals. They have an analog delay and a fuzz and a boost. That was it. They've now released 3 more pedals. They released an overdrive, a distortion, and then this new pedal called the interface. So the overdrive sounds fantastic. Picture of it somewhere here. It sounds great. This is another pedal that I would love to get my hands on. It just sounds really clean and really nice, and I'd love to see what it sounds like in person. And then the interface. Now this is an interesting pedal. So apparently it's basically think of a MIDI keyboard. You can plug that into your computer, and then you can use a DAW to play whatever sound your heart desires. You can use Logic, you can use Ableton, you can use Pro Tool, whatever DAW you want to use, or main stage, whatever, and play a sound through it. So they basically are doing the same thing, but with a pedal. So instead of playing a keyboard or a synthesizer or drums, you're controlling a guitar effect. I'm assuming via MIDI. Let me see if their website says. the way it does it. It does not say. It connects to your computer via USB-C. Well, like at least that's what's on the pedal itself. It doesn't say if it's using MIDI or anything like that right offhand. Okay, but they used it with DAWs, and the ones that work are Cakewalk by BandLab. I haven't heard of that one. Cubase 10, GarageBand 10, Logic Pro 10, Pro Tools 2018, and Reaper 5. It looks like it does use MIDI. So it's just using MIDI, but it's a pedal MIDI controller, which is nuts, because like who is thinking of controlling a pedal that's on your computer via MIDI with a physical pedal? Like, I don't know. I think it's super creative and super out of the box, and I think it's really cool. It's a cool new take on using pedals and doing that in the 21st century. So that's it for Teisco. Fender had some cool things, and specifically they had some new guitars. And there was just one in specific that I wanted to bring to light because I think it's really cool, and it's either a Jazz Strat or a Strat Jazz from the new Parallel Universe line. And I just think it's gorgeous, and I love the Jazzmaster style pickups that are on it, but it's the Strat body, and I think it's a really cool mashup of guitars. It also is cool to me because I've been like going back and forth of like, would I like a Strat next or a Jazzmaster next? I don't know what would be better to like round out my family of instruments, but I'm also not in a place to buy another guitar, so it has to wait. I think it'd be really fun to play, but I probably will never play one, so oh well. Cool stuff though. And lastly, we have one company, two things, and it's coming from Nord. You know I love Nord. I love my Nord keyboard, the Stage 3. It's beautiful and insane, and I love it. But they came out with a couple things. One is probably small, but it's a big deal, and that is the Sample Editor 3. So now you can take samples and put it into save an audio file, load it into your computer, and then assign that to keys on your Nord Stage 3. You could do this with older keyboards. The Sample Editor 2 didn't work with the Stage 3, and I think the new keyboard that they're releasing, or a different one, I don't remember. But either way, they now have the Sample Editor 3, and that is compatible with the Nord Stage 3, which is all I have. So now I can actually create samples, and that's very cool. So link in the description to that in case you're interested. But I think I'm probably gonna do a video on that in the future because I think it'd be really fun to show how it works, and I want to try and take some of the synth patches from the OP1 and convert them over so that they can be played on the Nord, because I think it'd be really cool and it'd be a good example of something to try. The second thing from Nord is the Nord Wave 2. This is a new synthesizer. Specifically, they're calling it the performance synthesizer. You should see an image next to my face somewhere, maybe on front of it, who knows. So it's a 4-part performance synthesizer. So you literally have 4 synth layers you can line up, and then there's little sliders in the middle so you can move up the volume of any of them, and otherwise it has everything else that you pretty much have on a synthesizer. Same with like on the Stage. It has a actual visualization of the wave that you're using, the wave shape that you're using, which is really cool. And I think it has a couple extra oscillator types. I'll leave a link in the description to Nord's website so you can check this out and see what you think of it. So yeah, that's my list of top 10 thoughts and things I'm excited about from NAMM 2020. If you're excited about them too, then please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I hope you subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. Thanks guys. Bye.